Students, today I am going to discuss with you one of the most joyful poem from the book Flamingo. The name of the poem is My Mother at 66. So students, although I have already been discussed this poem with you and a few important question and answers we have already discussed with you, but still for revision, I today, with the help of the extra marks, I am going to discuss this poem with you. And in this poem, may you learn more, and may your understanding would be better. And with these words, I wish you best of luck for your exams. So, students, let's start for this poem, My Mother at 66.
Learning objectives. By the end of the course, students should be able to analyze and explain the poem, evaluate the themes such as aging, death, separation, and contrast between life and death, emotions and responsibilities, etc. Comprehend the transient nature of human life. Evaluate different phases in human life using poetic devices such as simile, alliteration, personification, repetition, imagery, etc. Concepts in module Introduction, about the poetess, the poem, analysis and explanation, critical appreciation, poetic devices, and death are two realities that have baffled humanity from time immemorial. Both of these realities are sad, especially when strong family ties exist between the members of the family. The fear of losing the beloved ones grips the minds of the family members as they become old and death reflects on their faces. When we are young, we are closely attached to our. When we grow up and raise our own family, devote our time for our profession and responsibilities, we may have to leave our old parents. The exigencies of life compel us to take decisions that are bold but at the same time painful. When life demands separation from our loved ones, we may have to leave them behind and carry on with our duties and responsibilities.
Okay.
Exigency.
The students, exigencies means an urgent need or demand. You can say, in other words, necessity or emergency or crisis.
Exhorts us to look towards life, youthfulness, energy, beauty, and light, rather than crying in darkness over the death of our beloved ones. We should not interpret this as lack of love, care, and gratitude to the people who have sacrificed their lives to make us what we are today. Rather, it is a tribute to their efforts to bring us up in life. At the same time, one should make sure that one should not forget his or her responsibilities towards their dear ones who are old. This poem, My Mother at 66, deals with the inner struggle of the poetess, who feels sad looking at the wrinkled face of her old mother, which reflects death. She is sad and anguished as a loving daughter, but prefers to concentrate on the positive aspects of life represented by the merry children and the sprinting green trees. At the end, she leaves her mother and goes to her destination, though she is anguished and sad. We too may face similar situations in life. What would be our response? About the poetess. Kamala Das, born in Malabar, Kerala on 31st March 1934, was an eminent English poetess and writer. She also wrote in Malayalam under the pen name Madhavi Kutty. Her first poetry works were The Sirens, 1964, and Summer in Calcutta, 1965, and the last ones were My Mother at 66, 1999, and Ya Allah, 2001. She is quite well known for her novel Alphabet of Lust, 1977, autobiography My Story, 1976, and a collection of short stories, Padmavati the Harlot, and other stories. In 60s, when her first volumes of poems were brought out, Kamla Das appeared as a fresh air in Indian English writing. She talked of independence of mind and body in a direct voice, very similar to that of Marguerite Duras and Sylvia Plath. Kamla Das is noted for her fiery poems and explicit autobiography. She wrote chiefly of love, its betrayal, and the consequent anguish. She died in 2009 at the age of 75. In this poem, Kamla Das explores the theme of aging and death and a fear of separation from her mother. The poem. Let us go through the poem to share what the poetess went through while she was going away from her mother. Watch the animated poem in the following slides.
My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doze, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting. The merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her. Worn, pale, as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. My childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile.
And explanation of the poem. In the following slides, we will try to analyze the poem, appreciate the poetess' feeling, and share her pain and dilemma. Leaving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doze, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain. The poetess driving from her parents' home to Cochin Airport, with her mother sitting beside her in the car and dozing open mouthed. She is filled with deep anguish on noticing her mother's pale face, which looks lifeless as a corpse. Suddenly, a shocking realization dawns upon the poet that her mother is fast aging and has become senile and listless like a corpse. She gets apprehensive about her fast approaching death.
Student,
Senile.
the meaning of the senile is having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age, especially a loss of mental fac- faculties. Yes, synonym. The another word we can say synonyms: the confused, failing, forgetful, tottering, tottery.
That she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away, and looked out a young tree spinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. The poetess tries to avoid her depressing thoughts by distracting her mind. She deliberately looks at the trees racing past, and the children coming out of their houses to play outdoors. The poetess dares not to look into the face of the grim reality of her mother's nearing end. And so she tries to divert her attention. She realizes that with aging, youthfulness and agility are fast being left behind. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, worn, pale, as a late winter's moon, and felt that old, familiar ache, my childhood's fear. The poetess looks again at her mother after the security check at the airport while standing a few yards away. Her mother's face looks ill and tired like the late winter's moon. At this moment, her childhood fear of losing her mother surfaces again. Winter is synonymous with lifelessness, and winter's moon, that is pale in color, resembles the poetess' mother who is in the last phase of her life. When the poetess looks at her mother's tired, ill, and pale face indicating her approaching death, the fear of losing her mother, the pain which she has always felt since her childhood, grows in her mind. All I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. The poetess is afraid this could be her last meeting with her mother. However, she consciously tries to keep the sense of fear at bay by telling her that they would meet soon. She hides her discomfiture under her big, broad, and artificial smile. The expressions, "but all I said and all I did," show the poet's helplessness. She knows exhibiting her fear and anxiety about her mother's well being would not help. She ironically uses a platitude, "See you soon, Amma," and smiles constantly to hide her anguish.
The meaning,
Discomfiture.
the meaning of the discomfiture is a feeling of unease or embarrassment, or in other words, we can say awkwardness. You can synonyms is abasement, confusion, embarrassment, unease, uneasiness, awkwardness. That means कि घबराहट. ठीक है, okay, now next.
Critical appreciation. Look at the following slides for detailed analysis of the following aspects of the poem: title, theme, style. Title. The use of word "my" makes the poem more personal than impersonal and more intimate than neutral, as it is a poem not just about the poetess' mother but the poetess' childhood fear of separation. At 66, gives a reason and meaning to the mother's state of being ashen like that of a corpse, and wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and hints at her proceeding towards death. Without the phrase "at 66, the reader might have been clueless about the intent of the poem. Life versus death. The poem expresses the poetess's desolation and terror of realizing that life gradually matures towards death, leaving behind youth and agility, and that she can lose her mother. She becomes aware of the fact that it would lead to her own abysmal loneliness and helplessness without her mother.
Abysmal.
So students, abysmal means extremely bad or of a very low standard, and in other words you can say dreadful, awful, terrible, है ना, बहुत भयानक. Okay, now next.
Poem presents before us a contrast between life and death. There are plenty of images that are used to describe both. The positive aspect of life, energy, growth, usefulness, agility, happiness, etc., are presented before us in the images of merry children spilling out of their homes and green trees sprinting in the opposite direction as poetess and her mother proceeds on their way to the airport. In contrast, there are images of death as pictured by the description of her mother sitting beside her and dozing with her mouth open. Her face is ashen like that of a corpse and pale like a late winter's moon. Poetess experiences fear and pain at the thought of losing her mother, but decides to wear a sweet smile as she says goodbye to her mother. She tries to hide her pain from her mother. The repetition of the last phrase, all I did was smile and smile and smile, emphasizes the fact that she has reached the conclusion that despite the great love and concern, she has to go away. The repetition also underscores the poetess' sense of helplessness. The poem clearly reflects the positive attitude of the author as she chooses to look at the brighter side of life, merry children, green trees, rather than the pale and waning face of her mother. She tries to hide her sorrow and fear in her smile as she finally decides to fly to her destination, leaving her mother behind. The poem also brings the idea of putting duty and responsibility before emotions. The poetess loves her mother dearly and is frightened at the thought of losing her, but still decides to leave her behind and proceed to her destination. Life is such that, even though we love our parents dearly, we may have to leave them and forget the haunting memories and carry on with our duties and responsibilities of life. Style. The poem, My Mother at 66, captures the complex subtleties of human relationship in lyrical idiom. The whole poem is woven into a single thread of thought in a single sentence, punctuated by commas. It conveys the pangs of separation powerfully. Poetic devices. Look at the following slides to see the poetic devices used in this poem. Simile. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Ashen face is compared with the face of a corpse using like. Wan, pale as a late winter's moon. Wan and pale face is compared with a late winter moon using as. Alliteration. My mother beside me. The first sound of the words my mother, me is repeated. And felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. Felt familiar fear. Words sounding the same are repeated.
Okay, students, ये alliteration means कि here the sound m and m, my mother m, then me m is repeated. If the first letter actually is being repeated, है ना, success in the just before the another word that is following it, so then we say it is alliteration. And felt that old familiar ache. And now F, then again F, okay. F, felt familiar fear, or sounding the same are repeated. That means कि F is the first letter is F of the word, so it has repeated successively, so therefore it is an alliteration. In Hindi, Anupras Alankar.
Personification. Young trees sprinting. It is a symbolic of youth and freshness of life going past. It also personifies the trees as they are running.
Yeah, man, actually, In natural nature, a non-living object actually just behave like a human being. So it is being said as personification. Here, young trees are sprinting. That means ki running. Okay. So it means ki it is personification. Student, is separate lecture I have made on figure of speech, and you must watch that.
Repetition. All I did was smile and smile and smile. The repetition emphasizes a futile repetition of an action and helplessness, and futility of the poetess's anxiety.
Now, repetition means when actually repetition take place, like the smile and smile and smile. So it is repetition. Now imagery. Imagery means
Of an old, decaying old woman. Young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. The phrases given above create a picture of youthfulness and energy.
now we will discuss a few glossaries that mean meanings like ashen,
Ashen. Ashen.
ashen, a very pale with a shock, fear or illness.
Sprint.
Sprint, that means ki run very fast, run at full speed over a short distance. Scurry, dash, rush.
Wan.
Wan. Wan means ki looking pale, weak or exhausted. Yeah, you can say in other words ashy or pale, white, dim, faint.
Wan.
Okay, student, with this I conclude this video, and I hope that you have now got it, and you will do the best in your exams. And students, thank you very much for listening and watching this video, and hope that you will not only learn or also develop your understanding about the literature, about the values, about the ethics, about the culture. So therefore, keep on watching our videos, and in the next day I will bring another video. Thank you very much for watching and listening.